Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Oldie But Goodie by Charlotte Tilbury, the Legendary Lashes Volume 2 Mascara. This mascara has been around for a while, for a number of years. In fact, I believe that it all started with Volume 1 and then it was reformulated, and now Volume 2 has been around for, I believe, at least 4 to 5 years. This mascara currently comes in only one shade. The full-size product is 8 milliliters. As far as I could tell, they don't do it in a mini size, not for sale anyway. Sometimes I believe these are included in gift sets, but I've not been able to find a mini to be purchased separately. And it currently retails for £25 in the UK and $32 in the US. Charlotte Tilbury claims that this is a long-wearing mascara. There is no time specified, so I don't know what they actually mean by long-wearing. I would say that long-wearing would be at least 10 hours. It is meant to be smudge proof and humidity resistant. This is not a claim that I've come across before, something I don't think I will be able to test, although I do live in a fairly humid climate. I suppose if I got into a hot shower or a steam room, then it would probably show whether it really is humidity resistant. The shade of this mascara is meant to be particularly dark, jet black. It is also implied that one coat should be enough, which is quite interesting to me because for the most part I have always been putting only one coat of most mascaras that I've been using throughout my life, and that was sufficient for my lashes. But recently, over the past few years, pretty much every mascara or almost every mascara, I actually had to put 2 coats to get a decent result. So let's see how that goes. Now, Charlotte Tilbury makes some very specific claims about both thickness and volume. They do claim that the volume is increased by 507% and thickness is increased by 108%. I'll be curious to see how they've measured that. What did they like, pull out a lash and measure it without the mascara and after the mascara was applied? It's pretty interesting, very specific numbers here. I'm not gonna be able to measure that because I think you'd need like a microscope to be able to really see if it's definitely 108%. Now, I've gone through some customers' reviews on the Charlotte Tilbury's website, and in terms of the rating, this mascara I would say is on average at about 4 out of 5 stars, depending on the website. That was from the Charlotte Tilbury's official website. I have actually seen a slightly lower rating on other sites. The customers that were happy with this mascara basically kind of confirmed what Charlotte Tilbury claimed, aside from the very specific numbers in terms of thickness and volume. A number of the reviewers mentioned that it gives them a false lash effect, but some of them have actually included their pictures, and I could tell that their lashes were very, very, very long even before they applied the mascara. So I suspect that any mascara they would have applied would have given them a false lash effect. It is volumizing and lengthening. The shade is very deep black, lasts all day, doesn't smudge, doesn't flake, doesn't transfer. A few reviewers even mentioned that they cried a little bit while wearing this mascara and it still did not smudge, doesn't clump, and one coat is sufficient for an everyday use. A few reviewers mentioned that if you wanted to have this extra evening effect, then 2 coats would probably be best. Now, the negative reviews overwhelmingly focused on clumping. So I would say that 90% of people who left a negative review for this mascara said that this mascara clamps the lashes, that there's too much on the brush, that it's impossible to coat the lashes evenly. Some complained that the formula is very thick, some complained that it's too thin. A number of reviewers also mentioned that this mascara smudges and flakes and gives people panda eyes. Some also mentioned that it is actually worse than most drugstore mascaras they've tried. Personally, to be honest, I think that drugstore mascaras are on par with high-end, so to me there's really very little distinction between the two aside from the price. Anyways, moving on. So this is the mascara, a beautiful packaging. You wouldn't expect anything less from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, a few people have actually mentioned that the brush is quite large. I've not opened this mascara. This is the first time I'm opening it, so let's see. It is a big brush, natural bristles brush. Let me just put it close to my eye so maybe you can compare in terms of how big it actually is. It's not huge. I've seen bigger, but it is on the larger side by today's standards, because nowadays we have so many mascaras with rubber bristles and they tend to be a little bit smaller. There's definitely a lot of product on the brush, as you can probably see. You can see the tip, it's like properly dipped in mascara. Let's see how it applies, because this is where the majority, literally 90% of the complaints came from, saying that this is a clumpy mascara, that there's too much on the brush. It is always a little bit tricky with a new mascara, even if you've been applying mascara for many years. I've been applying mascara to my lashes pretty much every day of my life for over 20 years, so I should probably know how to apply it, but still it can be a little bit different. Even the way you handle the brush is slightly different with every single mascara. This is the brush. I wouldn't say, I mean, assessing the brush without applying the mascara yet, I wouldn't say that I see a lot of, I mean, there is, I would say, a lot of product, but not too much. My eyelashes are pretty much just medium length, medium thickness. I do have quite a lot of them though, so let's see if I get 507 or whatever that was percent volume increase. Okay, it's pretty wet, which is good. Let's put some on my lower lashes as well. So far so good. I don't see any clumping, to be honest. Let's put another coat and then I'll put just one on the other eye so we can compare what it looks like. There's a little bit of clumping with the second coat, but I can tell you that I like the effect. It's quite exaggerated, I would say. Okay, let's see. I'll let this mascara dry on this eye. There's definitely a lot of product on the brush, but is it too much? It's okay. It's not, I don't think it's excessive. So let's just put one coat on the other eye. Gosh, I can feel the heaviness of the lashes on this eye now and the wetness. I do hope it's gonna become dry quite soon. Let's just do one coat on this eye. My lashes are actually a little bit longer than on the other. I thought I'd mention that, just if it made any difference. I have made a mess, as you can see as well, but that's just normal with the new product, especially when I'm applying it on a camera. Yeah, it did clump the lashes on the other eye, but that's 2 coats and it's a brand new product. Literally just opened it right now. Guys, I really like this mascara. I was kind of preparing myself mentally to complain about clumping. The negative reviews were in minority, but still they were like very consistent. So I was like, okay, it's probably gonna clump my eyelashes, and it did on this eye. But to be fair, I am really impressed with the effect. I really am. I don't normally wear, these days at least, just mascara on my eyes, and I literally feel like I could get away with just a mascara. I normally put like well, I love makeup, so that's why I do it, but I normally put eyeshadow and I put sometimes eyeliner, pencil, whatnot. With this mascara, I don't think I need to. I do like this mascara, guys. Whoa. Like, whoa. So this is what my lashes look like now. Defo, the effect is mind-blowing to me, to be honest, even with the clumping. What I would say though is that I feel like I have something in my eye. I do wonder whether a bit of this mascara, because there's so much of it, got into my eye. You can see it transferred straight away onto the waterline, which is fine, it doesn't bother me. It's definitely very black as well, which is great. In terms of the results, this is 2 coats, this is 1 coat. 2 coats in my view look better, but my lashes are definitely stuck together. You can probably see. With the other eye, it's better, but I do think there's a little bit of clumping. I think it will take a little while for me to get used to this mascara, and since it is a brand new product, I literally just opened it. Sometimes it makes mascara better after you've opened it for a few weeks and it becomes a little bit drier. So I'm kind of thinking that this might be the case. Someone did mention in the review that it takes ages to become dry, and it's true because it's now been a few minutes since I've applied this mascara to my eyelashes and I touched it, and that's what I've got on my finger. Be mindful of that, and I definitely have stuff in my eye now. You can actually see it. I still do like how this mascara looks like though on my lashes. So far I am happy with it. I will see how I can work with it. There's 8 mils, so it's probably gonna last me a few months. I will also test how it wears throughout the day and see if it smudges or flakes. I will be going to the gym as well later in the evening, so we will see if it survives the gym or whether it's gonna give me raccoon eyes. I'll see you in a few hours. It's been 8 hours or a little bit over 8 hours since I applied this mascara, and let me tell you, I've been meaning to wear it for about 10 hours in total, but I just can't wait to get it off my eyelashes. This eye, where I'm wearing 2 coats, the mascara has been irritating my eye for the last few hours. Like literally, I keep touching this eye because I feel like I have something in it, which I think I do, and it is the particles of the mascara. I am a little disappointed because initially I did like the look. I really did. I still do actually. I think it still looks pretty good. But if you look up close, it really didn't wear so well. Let's just have a look at the smudging under the eye. And I did mention that I did touch this eye, so some of the smudging might have been due to me touching the eye, but I didn't touch this eye at all, and you can see the smudges and the crumbled mascara really under this eye as well. So I don't think it was me touching the mascara that caused the smudging. You might also be able to see, I don't know if you can with this harsh lighting, but it has transferred onto the upper eyelid a little bit. I mean, it's not panda eyes yet, but it has definitely transferred. The mascara is still definitely there, and I do like what it looks like still now after 8 hours, but it has definitely transferred, it has definitely flaked, it has definitely smudged, and on top of that, it has actually irritated my left eye, so the one with 2 coats. I'm just kind of wondering whether it's the 2 coats that somehow is more irritating than one. I didn't really have any issues with the eye with the 1 coat on. I'm not thrilled, to be fair, mainly because of the irritation, because that is something that really bothers me. I had that issue with all of the Benefit mascaras. I will see how it wears. I'm gonna continue using it for a few weeks, and then I will get back to this video with the final thoughts. I will try to test whether maybe wearing just 1 coat would actually prevent the irritation, but I admit that 2 coats just looks better. So stay tuned for that. Overall, the results are really good. I really like the look of this mascara on my lashes, even though it has clumped the lashes. But in terms of its longevity, I'm really not impressed. This mascara is not for you if you have watery eyes or you use eye drops. I've now been using this mascara for over 3 months and I'm still not done with it. There's still some left. However, quite quickly, I would say, given the size of the mascara has become quite dry, and I actually had to use eye drops to thin it out so that I can continue using it. So the mascara is still on my eyes today. It's definitely not performing as it did 3 or so months ago. Now, different people will have a different take on this mascara, and I know it's actually a fairly popular mascara. Charlotte Tilbury overall is a very popular brand. However, of course, as with everything else, it will depend on your individual needs, on your expectations, and also on your lashes. My lashes are medium length. There's quite a few of them, but they're quite thin. And so a lot of mascaras will simply give me a fairly natural look, but they won't give me a false lash effect. And some customers who reviewed this mascara claimed that this is exactly what they got. What I have noticed is a lot of people who made those claims that their lashes were super long after applying this mascara, they actually had naturally really long lashes. And that was confirmed by my niece who tested this mascara as well. And she was really wowed by it, but she has naturally really super long lashes, whereas I have just regular lashes. Let's talk about some pros and cons of this mascara, also in comparison to the reviews that I've read online from regular people. This mascara, first of all, is definitely not for someone who has watery eyes or who uses eye drops like I do. If you use eye drops, if this mascara comes into contact with water, it will turn into an absolute nightmare. It will get into your eyes, it will smudge under your eyes really badly. It won't transfer just a little bit, it will really transfer. And then if you have it in your eye, that's not the most pleasant feeling, as you probably know. So if you use eye drops or have naturally watery eyes, stay away from this mascara. This being said, this mascara also doesn't seem to last very well when going to the gym. So I go to the gym frequently, and well, there is a little bit of sweating happening on my face for sure, even in my under eye area. So what I have noticed is that this mascara does transfer after the gym. It also transfers onto the waterline, the lower waterline, right after you've applied it. This happens pretty much every single time I apply this mascara, so this is also something to watch out for. If this is not the look that you like, I personally don't really care. And you can, of course, wipe it off. The mascara tends to transfer when it's freshly applied. And my next point will relate to that issue as well, because this mascara takes a really long time to dry on the lashes. It literally takes a few minutes, and if you then touch your lashes, you will have the mascara on your finger. And that doesn't really happen with very many mascaras that I have tested, and I think this is part of the problem, that the mascara just doesn't become dry quickly enough. This is why it transfers, and perhaps the formula is just not necessarily that water resistant overall, which contributes to all of the issues that I have mentioned so far. The last negative point that I wanted to make is that this mascara becomes dry really quickly in the tube. So you get 8 milliliters of mascara, but within 3 months, I realized that a lot of people will not use a mascara beyond the 3-month mark. It's entirely up to you. I use my mascaras until I'm done with them, whether that's 3 months or 5 months, I don't care. I've never had any issues. So this mascara basically is pretty reasonable in size in terms of the amount of product you get, but then it becomes dry really fast. What I do in those kind of circumstances, because this is not the only mascara that this happens with, I add a few eye drops to the mascara, thin it out, and I can then start using it again. It doesn't perform as well, but it performs. So this is why I'm still able to wear it on my lashes, even though it's been more than 3 months of me using this mascara every single day. There's still some product left, so I will continue most likely for the next couple of weeks, but then I will probably be done with this product altogether. I can't keep adding more and more eye drops to this mascara because the performance is worse and worse, and honestly I'm not a huge fan of this mascara to start with. Let's move on to the benefits of wearing this mascara. This mascara is really dark. It's quite black. If that's the look you're going for, that's great. Some people prefer more natural shade of black or even brown. This mascara will give you fairly dark eyelashes. A lot of people mention that it clamps the lashes. Now, what I have noticed was that this mascara did clamp my lashes for about a couple of weeks when I first opened it. However, then it became more and more natural. Right now, I wouldn't say that I have clampy lashes at all. It seems to coat the lashes pretty evenly. It separates them just well enough, so it does give you a fairly natural look overall. While it definitely thickens the lashes and maybe lengthens them a little bit, I have not noticed a major difference. It definitely thickens the lashes, that I will say it definitely does. But in terms of length, I would say that my lashes remained a similar length to their natural length, and now after I've had to add the eye drops to this mascara, I would say that basically it has no lengthening effect on my lashes whatsoever. One coat tends to be enough for an everyday look. So if you are in a hurry and you simply want to get it done with really quickly, then this mascara might be the right product for you. It does look really natural, but not so natural that it doesn't give you any effect. And I've had mascaras like that as well. Thank you, MAC. So overall, this mascara probably is a fairly good mascara for an everyday use. If you're in a hurry, going to work, etc., etc., you don't want to fuss about it, but let's not forget that it doesn't become dry particularly quickly, so that might not be very beneficial if you're in a hurry. It is also fairly long lasting, I would say, so my lashes tend to look pretty much the same in the evening after, let's say, 10 hours of wearing this mascara as they do in the morning, aside from the times when I go to the gym and then the mascara smudges. I have not noticed any smudging, to be fair, and I've definitely not noticed any flaking whatsoever. I would have noticed that because I have very sensitive eyes in terms of things getting into them. If this mascara was flaking, I would have noticed that. I would have felt it in my eyes, and I would have noticed it under my eyes as well. Overall, this mascara is a decent mascara, but not for the money. You can definitely get better mascaras even from drugstore. Would I be repurchasing this mascara? Absolutely not. I would probably give this mascara 3 out of 5 stars at most in terms of the effect it gives, which didn't wow me. Some people mentioned false lash effect. I didn't get that, and this was a brand new mascara. I opened it only at the time when I was literally applying it for the first time on camera, so if it was opened for a while, maybe I could have understood, but overall I would say that this just isn't worth the money that you're spending on it. You can definitely get better mascaras. If you've used this mascara and had a different experience, then please leave a comment down below. It would definitely be interesting to see what other people think. This was my personal experience, and as I said previously, it really depends on what you're looking for, what your lashes are like. It's really on a case-by-case basis. This review is just to give you an idea of perhaps what to expect if you have especially lashes like my own. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you found this video useful. Please do give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel for more reviews. I have plenty of them at this point, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye, guys.